Scout skills can pay bills? What? Hey, Scouter Stan. Tell you what, thank you so much for joining me here in our community. We get a chance to sit and talk a little bit about scout skills that pay bills. Now, we're in the business of helping America's youth become more rounded and educated and ready for the work world. That's kind of what we're doing. And when I say scout skills for the bills, well, that has a lot to do with the whole program. We want to make productive citizens out of these youth. I can remember back in my Cub Scout days, in Cub Scouting, it's all about character. Character is all Cub Scouting. Getting that character, getting them going. I can remember a scout who started in a Cub Scout when I was Cub Master. He was so frightened he wouldn't look at me. He would hide behind his mother. He just did not connect. By about mid-year, he was on stage doing puppets and doing all kinds of fun things. By the end of the year, he was leading songs. What a difference from being afraid all the way up to having character, not being afraid of others, of succeeding and doing things and having a great time. That Cub Scout is an Eagle Scout. Okay, I saw the whole process. That's a gift that us leaders get to have. Okay, we get to see that from behind mom, scared, all the way to mom putting an eagle on his chest. That's something I get to keep. But character is what we train and do in Cub Scouting. Now it changes when we go into troop level. When Cub Scouts cross over, they kind of start doing it when they're Webelos and when they're Arrow of Lights, and they go over the bridge, they cross over to a troop. The troop is youth led. Now that doesn't mean that they're on their own. They have to fend for themselves, okay? We know this as leaders. We're there to help and mentor and facilitate and do all those things. But they decide on the program. They decide a lot of stuff. And that's really where those skills, those communication skills come in. Now with merit badges, you'll notice that if you look at merit badges and you're looking at all the requirements of a merit badge, somewhere in there is a part where they talk about careers in that type of merit badge. So for instance, if it's cooking merit badge, the last one, the scout, in order to complete the merit badge, has to do some research about cooking as a profession. That could be a skill. That could actually send off that little spark and start that whole process going. That's critical. That's super neat. Now one of the neat things about merit badges, a lot of that is towards different things. There's two groups. The first group, the first part that's out there, that first group is the 12 merit badges that are required for Eagle. Okay, they're the ones with the silver border. Those merit badges, and there's more than 12. Okay, because there's some options on different merit badges. Some are just you have to have this merit badge, first aid, cooking. You have to have those. So these help make the scout a better citizen, more productive citizen, a good employee to have. Okay, they are aware. They're mentally awake. That's what these 12 critically important merit badges for Eagle. There's more. There's more of those, the silver bordered merit badges. There's more of them out there. We all know that. But the other 9, because they need 21 when they get to Eagle, they need 21 merit badges. but the other 9 can be whatever they want. Now, a lot of times I would recommend, if you're a scoutmaster or assistant scoutmaster and you're helping out with conferences, so if you're having a scoutmaster conference, try to find out what their interests are. Do they paint? Do they like to sculpt? Do they do things with metal? Do they like cars? What are their hobbies? These are wonderful things that a scoutmaster and assistant scoutmaster can actually make note of. And these might be merit badges that they might want to look into. This may spark something new. I know of several scouts that have got the aeronautical one. I think it's planes or something. Anyways, they got that one. They're pilots. That's what they're doing for a living. Okay? Who knows? Maybe this just helped cement that in. And those skills that we taught in scouting are now paying the bills. That's the whole big point of it all. Did you know that not all high-paying jobs require a college degree? This was brought to my attention. An Eagle Scout, Mike Rowe, you might know him from Dirty Jobs. He does a podcast. I think it's called The Way I Heard It. Awesome. Makes a lot of sense. There are a lot of very high-paying jobs out there that don't need a college education. They need experience. They need practical education towards their goal, like an apprenticeship. That's what they need. Anything from electricians to plumbers to you name it. There's a whole group of workers out there. I'm going to put a link down below. Mike Rowe has a channel. Check it out. Look into it. This is something that we need to talk to our scouts about. College is not the next step. Okay, it's not like Cub Scouts, troop, Eagle, exit, college. That's not. No. We have to tailor, we have to mold, we have to shape this towards what the scout wants. Not what we want, what the scout wants, what the scout needs. That's the key. That's the only way they're going to be successful. They have to want this too. So definitely look into Mike Rowe. His stuff is phenomenal. It was quite enlightening to me. And I hope it helps you too. So definitely look for that. I'll put a link up there, and make sure that you click on it at the end. Our community, you know that, so it's a very easy thing to do. I leave them at the end. I put them up during, in case you've heard this before and you missed it. You could get it done. Anyways, but I tell you what, you do a good job, and keep it up. Your scouts, Cub Scouts, whether you're in a troop, crew, all of them, all scouts, they benefit from your leadership. And I thank you. This is good work we're doing. We're helping America. So definitely keep up that good process of scouting. And it is a gift that you can give yourself. That thing with the child that couldn't make eye contact all the way to Eagle. That's a gift, and us as leaders get to keep those. We get to keep those little memories. It's quite something. I think about it today. But you have those memories too. So keep up the good work. Keep it up. I know it can be tough. It can be hard. But just keep it up. Until the next time, I will see you on the trail.